Guys, so this is going to be an interesting video. So I feel like I'm Kate the Great here, but I have my little Baldy of the Aldi Advent Calendar wine for today, the 17th of December. This is the Bear Brothers Merlot from California. Ooh. So I will be enjoying a glass of wine while I film this. Cheers. So, this is a video that I have planned in some fashion or another for quite a while. So originally this video was going to be a collective Jo Malone haul. It has become a Jo Malone customer service nightmare video, but I will show you what I've purchased and tell you a little bit about it. It's not going to be an in-depth exploration of the notes and all that of all these different fragrances, but if you are up for a little bit of a chatty story time type video, then settle in and we'll get started. Okay, so first thing, I thought I would go kind of chronologically. I placed an order of Jo Malone products from Nordstrom in mid-October, and the purchase I made was of the Pastel Macaroons candle. I think Michelle Wong has showed these on her channel. I think these are called the Townhome Collection. So they come in a nice sturdy box and you lift off the lid. I can't remember if this was wrapped in a ribbon or not, but anyway. So basically the premise of this collection, I think if I take off the lid, yeah, there's a little booklet inside. So it says here the Townhouse Collection, so I think they have the same little insert on each of these. So it begins by saying, Tales of Home. Open the door to scented scenes where tradition is turned upside down. Elegantly irreverent. Alive with curious characters and the moments they inspire. From freshly baked temptations in the drawing room to colorful stories among the vines in the garden room. A house that becomes a home for all those who dream. A sense of place encapsulated in a new collection for the home. This is like a porcelain ceramic jar, so I will be keeping this. And it's a single wick candle with a black shiny interior, so very nice design and packaging. And the idea of the styling, each of the candles in this collection has a slightly different style to it, and it's supposed to look like some part of a Georgian townhome, the sort of architectural elements. So this little insert just kind of keeps the lid protected while you're storing it. And it does say Pastel Macaroons on the bottom here. It's, I guess, printed on. So I thought I would just tell you a little bit about this. So they've kind of structured this collection around like the different locations in a townhome. So for the Pastel Macaroons, it's supposed to evoke afternoon tea. And I think the website might actually include a little bit more. So it's just a brief description here. It says, the taste of temptation, delectable desserts in the drawing room. Okay, so I'm going to read this because I think it's really sort of evocative and nicely done. It says, take your seat for a truly English tradition, afternoon tea. With the sweetest hour of the day comes a taste for temptation. Delectable desserts and charming pastries infuse the atmosphere with sugary warmth. Almond tarts and freshly baked scones with pastel macaroons in delicious hues. I don't know if that's supposed to be macarons. It's spelled with 2 O's. An indulgent addition to your home. It says, poured in the UK using a bespoke blend of wax, crafted in textured bisque ceramic and finished with hand-applied techniques. Burn time is approximately 70 hours. Okay, so as I said, I purchased this from Nordstrom, and these candles are what I consider to be pretty pricey. So the Nordstrom website says it is a 10.7 ounce candle with a 70-hour approximate burn time. Yeah, it says, in celebration of Jo Malone's passion for the elegant art of gift giving, the candle comes presented in a signature box tied with a ribbon. So there's probably a ribbon attached, I don't remember. But I just did want to say, by way of like price comparison, a standard Bath & Body Works candle is 14.5 ounces, so you're getting less product, and it's $125, which is a lot for a candle. I have spent, you know, money on diptyque candles and that sort of thing before, but this was the first Jo Malone candle I purchased, and part of the reason I took the plunge was I am a history lover. I have a bachelor's and a master's in history, specifically sort of colonial era American history, and I'm an Anglophile, so I love, you know, the Jane Austen and that Georgian time period and everything. So I wanted to get it mostly for the vessel, not for the candle itself. And it does smell really nice. It has a very strong almond scent, which I love. I don't normally go for super gourmandy scents, but I think this is one that I'll enjoy because I do like almond a lot. But anyway, I just love that kind of, I don't know what this is technically called, but I just love the design on this one. And I had $60 in Nordstrom notes. So I decided to go ahead and apply those, which took it down to $65, I guess, the low price of $65 for a candle. And there was also a gift with purchase. So Nordstrom did include a little Jo Malone bag, which has gotten kind of dirty as it's been sitting on my floor for like a month. I think this would fit in, but I think this was just kind of folded up on top. And I had some beauty samples. I'm not sure where all of them went off to. One was the Le Labo Another 13 fragrance sample, and then also the Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, and then this MAC matte lipstick sampler. So Nordstrom usually does beauty samples that you can choose from. So, but anyway, there was a specific Jo Malone set, and this had their little minis. I think this was free with a $100 Jo Malone purchase, or something around there. And they have the Wood Sage and Sea Salt Cologne, which I think is so ubiquitous. It's not really my favorite. And then also, I think this is the new Fig and Lotus Flower Cologne. I'll give you a quick kind of impression here. I know I've sprayed this before, but yeah, it's pretty fresh, a little green. I guess the fig is where you get that really green note from. So I think this is a fig scent I could wear. There are some fig scents that I don't enjoy. But anyway, I think this is a relatively new fragrance for them. So I did get that little set of colognes. Okay, so that was it from Nordstrom. And then they had on the Jo Malone website, Jo Malone does pretty good gifts and, you know, promos and that sort of thing, as we'll get to. So they had the same size, and I think it came in this tiny little bag, which is really adorable. This might have had a ribbon through the top, I can't remember. But anyway, they had a same size as I just showed you in the Orange Bitters cologne, which I don't think it's a new fragrance, but I think it's something that it's like a returning scent for the holidays, like a limited edition type thing. And this one, I really do like citrus scents. Like I like the Atelier cologne Clementine California, which is a very like summery fresh citrus scent, but this one is nice because it does have that depth to it, which makes it feel more appropriate for winter. And I think, I don't recall if they say this is for men and women, but this is a scent that I think I would really enjoy my husband wearing. So I really do like that. And then I also got a mini of the Myrrh and Tonka Cologne Intense. And this became kind of relevant later on, as we'll discuss. I do like this one as well. So this one has like a very kind of creamy, cozy feel to it, which I thought would be nice when you don't, Like some florals can just be so overpowering, and I don't like things that are too sweet, as I mentioned, either candle-wise or like fragrance-wise. So I think this is one that'll be really nice to wear, just kind of something subtle, even though it is an intense scent. All right, and then what did I actually purchase? So I got this Red Roses travel candle, which came in this adorable little box. Has the cream ribbon, and you open it and it has another little bow on it. So very small little candle. This one is, they have the height on there, which I don't know how that's helpful. I'm not sure exactly what size this is. I know it's not much. But anyways, yeah, this is the travel candle and it retails for $36, which again is crazy to pay for a candle this size, but I was getting the like deluxe orange bitters perfume and all that, so I was like, okay, you know, I wanted to try it, and I thought this would be a really nice little like bathroom candle, especially like around Valentine's Day. The label does seem to be just a tiny bit crooked, which is not ideal, but anyway, otherwise, you know, great presentation and packaging and all that great stuff. Okay, so that is what I got on November 4th. Starting around November 6th, they started running a promotion for Singles Day, which is, I think it originated in Asian countries. It's basically 11/11. Someone dubbed Singles Day. In the US, we usually refer to it as Veterans Day, but I guess doing sales and that sort of thing is a little bit more palatable when it's just based on a random number combination and not, you know, the military service of people. So anyway, they started doing something where you could basically get a free full-size item with a purchase of $110 or more because of, you know, 11/11. Okay, so I got, make sure I'm holding up the right one. Okay, so I got the Christmas Cologne collection, and I think there's so many like black ribbons in this box. I think it had one of these, I'm not sure if this is gonna be the right size. Maybe. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it had like a black ribbon on it, which I have taken off. And you open it up, it has this kind of packaging. I think they went with a kind of like Art Deco 1920s theme with a lot of their limited edition Christmas items this year, which I noticed they're not the only ones. I think Molten Brown also did or is doing like a Art Deco type look, which I personally really like. I like the aesthetic, and I don't know if it's just because like we're in the 2020s. I saw someone say something on Twitter about how, as you probably know, there was a huge flu pandemic in 1918. Someone was saying this is why we had the roaring 20s or the 1920s afterwards, is because people went through this horrible ordeal and then they just wanted to celebrate, whatever. So I don't know if that really has anything to do with it, because I'm sure they kind of planned this collection out last year. But anyway, this is a set of those same size fragrance bottles, and there are 5 in here. Some of these I think you can purchase as individual full-size bottles. I think those might be limited as well, but I think I just saw that green almond and red currant is available on the website as a full size. I think orange bitters and white moss and snowdrop are also available. I don't think rose and magnolia or ginger biscuit are. So again, I'll put the notes up. I have been wearing some of these. We already talked about orange bitters, so now I have another one of those. I've been wearing green almond and red currant a bit, which is nice because like red currant, you see that I think in a lot of candle notes, and then you have that almond, but it's not like super, it's not like marzipan. So this one, again, it feels very seasonal to me, but it also feels very fresh, which is really nice, kind of a bit fruity. So I've been enjoying that one. I haven't really been wearing the other ones as much yet. Ginger biscuit, I think, is really nice. I really do enjoy like ginger snaps and that kind of thing. Rose and Magnolia is a very heavy floral. Again, Magnolia is one of those like white florals that I don't tend to gravitate towards, just because I find that it can be a little strong. I do love rose scents though. And then finally, White Moss and Snowdrop. Again, very light and fresh. So anyway, this is a limited edition set, and I decided to select, I think this was gift package, my item. I got a 30 milliliter size of the Red Roses fragrance, which came in a box. The insert's a little worse for wear, but I suppose that's what you get from using cardboard, which is more recyclable than like foam. But anyway, yeah, this is like their smaller full size, the 30 mil, and it's the same scent as the candle. So I'd already gotten the candle, and I thought, again, I like rose scents, and I thought this would be nice for the spring. It has a very slight pink color to it, which is nice. Okay, so I got that order in. I should also mention that I think Mr. Rebates was doing 8% cash back on Jo Malone purchases. So I'll link my video again that kind of goes through some various cashback sites that I use, including Rakuten, Mr. Rebates, and Retail Me Not. And for this particular retailer at this particular time, Mr. Rebates was the best option. So I got $9.20 cash back on this order as well. I will say, I think this order shipped pretty quickly, but I never got like a shipping confirmation, so it just kind of showed up. So, all right, so the next one I have to show you, which I actually have to take out of this box because, well, I won't get ahead of myself, but I was going to return this. So this is very similar to the last one I showed you, but instead of the like Christmas collection, I think this is just the Cologne collection. Still $115. And you can see kind of what the bow would have looked like on the packaging. I think Jo Malone is still a good thing to gift. However, I think, you know, this package in particular, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, or if you'll be, yeah, you can kind of see there. Like there was stuff on the cover of the box, and then on the back here, you can see as well, there's just not like perfect, pristine condition. But anyway, that, I mean, I'm not giving this as a gift, so it's fine. But this one, like I said, is the same type of deal as the other one, but this one has kind of their more standard scents. So this one has English pear and freesia, which I really like, so I was happy to get a good size sample of that. Wild bluebell, which we'll talk about in a moment. But I think Jenna Phrase, I always feel like I'm saying her name wrong, but she had filmed a like Sephora VIB sale guide where she talked about this fragrance and it being one of her favorites. And luckily I did have a fair number of like the mini, not the deluxe sample, but just the regular kind of perfume sample of various, oh, this is stuck in there, various Jo Malone scents. So I was able to kind of smell a few and decide whether I'd be interested in the full size or even having a deluxe sample. Boy, this really doesn't want to come out. Okay, that was a struggle. But anyway, this is a nice floral scent. Some of these I think I'll get more use out of in the spring and summer. There was that, the Honeysuckle and Divana cologne, Wood Sage and Sea Salt again, and then Pomegranate Noir. So yeah, I decided to go for this one, and part of the reason why I placed this order, so during the period that Jo Malone was doing this promo where you got a free full-size item, the items would change, I guess, based on stock or whatever, from day to day or every few hours, just depending over, you know, a week or whatever. So at the time I placed that order, they had a 50 ml size of the Wild Bluebell cologne. Again, this is 30 ml. I think their biggest, or like big perfume size is 100 ml. So the 50 ml is, you know, somewhere in the middle. And so I selected that. I think that was a popular choice though, because I received this order and there wasn't anything else in it. I did want to say, like, for my, do this carefully here, for the first order with, I think, the candle, I got this kind of packing slip. So it was on this kind of beige paper, and it had all this, you know, kind of what you normally see as a packing slip. For this order, it was, again, trying to do this carefully. So it was like a printout like this. So I kind of folded over my address and everything, but it's just, you know, plain printout. So I wonder if a different fulfillment center was sending out these orders because they just had such a huge demand at the time because of this promo. I don't know. So anyway, it didn't arrive. So I'll tell you, I'll go through the saga after I tell you this last order that I placed. And so, like I said, that first order with the promo was on November 6th. This order I placed on November 7th, and then November 9th I placed one final order, and that was for another one of these townhouse candles. And this particular one, I'll show you, has a different design here. This is green tomato vine, and the reason I wanted to get this is because tomato scents are just kind of not very common, and I think either last year or the year before, Bath & Body Works did a tomato scent that my husband and I both really loved. He really, I think, likes tomato scents a lot more than I do. I mean, I really enjoy them, but I think he really, really loves them. That and pine, those are his like scents. So anyway, so I saw that Malone had a tomato scent, so I was like, oh, that'd be really great to try. This does smell very good. It's not quite as like sharp and green as the Bath & Body Works one was, I think. But I think this will be a very nice like summer candle eventually. So I just wanted to briefly read you the summary of that one as well. And I do encourage you to check out their descriptions because I like that kind of I don't know, imagery that they created. So this is the fragrance story is what they call it, which, you know, I think is apt. It says, tender vines warmed by the afternoon sun in the greenhouse. Sprightly tomato plants drape against the balmy windows, releasing their rich green aroma and an earthy tang. A secret space for colorful stories. So I think that's it. The little insert says, green tomato vine, the garden room, sunlight captured, vines warmed inside, a place to linger. So anyway, I just really enjoy those. Okay, so I got that candle. That was a little bit more expensive. Again, that was $125. You know, again, like I try to get as close to what I need to spend without having to spend more because, you know, you can always get a different deal somewhere else or whatever. For that one, I got, again, a 30 ml size of the Mimosa and Cardamom, which again, I'd sampled before. Again, this is just, it's kind of like myrrh and tonka. Like, it's just one of those, like, kind of scents that makes me feel really cozy. It's like very creamy. So this is kind of like a perfect Sunday scent because, you know, if you go out to brunch, you might have a mimosa, and it kind of puts me in that headspace. And it's just, you know, very cozy, like I said. Okay, so that was November 9th. I got those orders fairly quickly. So going back to the missing item. So again, placed that order on November 7th. I think I received it on the 12th, so shipping time was pretty good. Though again, I don't think I received shipping notifications on any of these orders. I think I was able to log into the website and kind of see the status, but it wasn't very helpful. I think their website could use a little bit of improvement anyway. So November 12th, I received it. I noticed that the promo free item was missing. And I will do pretty much whatever I can to avoid having to call a customer service number. Like if there's a chat option, I will usually try that. So they did have a chat option, but when I clicked on it, the person said, "Oh, I'm a product expert. I need to transfer you to an order representative." And I went back later and kind of looked, and there was no like direct chat option if you had a problem with an order. So I don't know if there's a way to get directly to the person you need to talk to, or if that's kind of it for their chat. But anyway, so the chat was interesting. Basically, I let them know that I was missing an item. I have my chat transcripts in my email. Okay, so a few things were just kind of odd. I was talking to Ariana. Oh, Ariana was the product expert. She transferred me to Mary. So all the standard stuff. Basically, if we still have it, we'll process reship. And I said, thank you. And she said, I see that you purchased the Cologne collection 5 by 9 milliliters, which is what I ordered, which is one of our best sellers. How long have you been using it? And I said, I just received it today. And she said, so this is your first time purchasing it? And I'm like, yes. And I understand, like, I don't know what kind of instructions are given in terms of being friendly or whatever, but it's just like, really? And then she said, how about the wild bluebell? And I said, I've sampled it before, just trying to be nice. So then she says, how was it? And I said, it's nice. What's your favorite? And then she said, I'm happy that you like it. I like their fruity scents, so girly. Which was interesting because earlier she had said the Cologne collection was one of our best sellers, and then she said there. And I'm sure they outsourced this, and you know, they were sold to Estee Lauder in the 90s, I think. So anyway. And then she said, you know, request for reshipping was already sent, and this is the confirmation number, blah, blah, blah. You will receive an email within 24 to 48 hours once the reship request is done. To give you a heads up, reship will take 4 to 6 business days to be processed, and you will also receive an email notification once it's shipped. And I say, terrific, thank you, and then have a nice night. Okay. So that was the 12th. On the 20th, so I waited 8 days. I figured that was a pretty generous amount of time to wait. So accounting for, you know, the weekend or whatever. So I chatted with them again, and this one was with Jessa, apparently. I said, hello, I'm following up on my previous chat regarding a missing item. I provided the confirmation number. And this one just seemed to take forever. So this was like at 9 o'clock at night, somewhere around there. And she said, yeah, I'm happy to be assisting you today. Let me check that out for you, one moment. About 15 minutes go by, didn't hear anything. So unlike the first woman who was very chatty, I don't know if she was just really bored, this one, you know, 15 minutes went by, crickets. Normally, like every couple minutes, you know, just say like, you know, sorry for the wait, still working on it, whatever. So she comes back, she says, I apologize for the delay. I want to ensure I have all the information to assist you. Thank you for your patience while I continue to research this further. Another like 9 minutes go by. She says, sorry for the delay. I'm having a system error. I will be right with you. A few minutes later, she says, to clarify your concern, I'm paraphrasing, are you missing some items? And I said, yes, my order was missing the wild bluebell cologne. I said the order number. And then she said, upon checking here, a reship was processed to that item, but to make an assurance, which I don't know if she's a native English speaker or not. Her name, according to the chat, is Jessa. I don't know if they outsource. I'm assuming they do, so I don't know what kind of contracts, whatever they have. But she said, but to make an assurance, I can process a research request for that to follow up your order. And I said, okay, I don't think I received any additional communications regarding this issue following the chat on November 12th. So there was no, like, you know, reship notification or anything like that. So then I say, the prior agent indicated request for reshipping was already sent, and this is the confirmation number, blah, blah, blah. You will receive an email once the reship request is done, and to give you a heads up, reship will take 4 to 6 business days, and you will also receive an email notification once it's shipped. So it sounded like I was supposed to get 2 emails. And then she said, when will be the best time to call you? So again, this was almost 10 o'clock at night. I think this was on a Friday night. And she said, no worries about that. I already take note of your concern. Rest assured, our service specialist will call you within 24 hours. And I say, okay, thank you. May I ask when is the best time to call you? And I say, tomorrow before noon or after 4, because I was going to get my hair cut on Saturday. And so when she said within 24 hours, I thought that would be basically the next day. And then she said, got that. I successfully processed your research request. Kindly wait for the email within 1 to 2 business days. Then I also indicate the time when will be the best time to call you. Our specialist will call you within 24 hours. And I said, okay, thank you. So it was a little confusing what was actually supposed to happen, but whatever. Okay, again, crickets. On November 25th, I emailed them. So, okay, I think this is what I copied and pasted into, like, it was in a website little form that you put in. I said, hello, I'm following up again on a missing item from order blah, 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 placed on November 7th. I am missing the Wild Bluebell Cologne 50 milliliters. I first contacted customer service via chat on November 12th. The agent indicated that she sent a request for reshipping and provided a confirmation number of blah, blah, blah. She also indicated that I would receive an email within 24 to 48 hours once the reship request was done, that reship would take 4 to 6 business days to be processed, and that I would also receive an email notification once the item was shipped. After not receiving any additional communications regarding this issue, I contacted customer service again via chat on November 20th, 2020. The agent indicated that a reship was processed, but that she would process a research request. She indicated that a specialist would call me within 24 hours, but I haven't received a call. I've been attempting to resolve this issue for over 2 weeks. Could you please provide a tracking number for the reshipped item? So that was again on November 25th. December 3rd, hadn't heard back. I think they didn't provide a time estimate. They just said we will review your inquiry and respond to you as soon as possible. So I felt like I was being pretty patient, acknowledging that this time of year they're working with a lot of orders, and I'm sure the shipping issues that are going on aren't helping anything. So I just figured, you know what, I'm good. I don't need this. I'll just return it. So on December 3rd, I emailed them and I said, I'd like to return this order as the issue of my missing item has not been resolved. And she said, I will be happy to provide you with a prepaid return label so that your package may be returned to us at our cost. The return label will be sent via email and should be received within 1 to 2 business days. And then she said, this is the subject line you should look for and the email address that will be sending it. Yeah, so that was basically it. And that was Thursday around 5 o'clock. And I finally did receive a return label on December 7th, which I think was a Monday, maybe? Yeah, it was a Monday. So again, I got the label they said that they were going to send in roughly the time period they said they were going to send it, but it was just kind of I don't understand why that's not almost an immediate thing. I feel like with a lot of retailers or interactions with customer service, it's a lot more instantaneous. I don't know why it takes such a long time. But yeah, I received the label, and as you saw when I was opening the box, I basically packaged it up and I stuck the return label on it, and I hadn't dropped it off at the post office yet, but I was just about to when on December 9th, I received an email from customer service, I guess in response to my November 25th email. So I don't know what that turns out to be. Almost 2 weeks later, maybe? And again, we had Thanksgiving and everything in there, so I acknowledged that. But yeah, I did get an email, and it was from Monica, who apparently is a supervisor of Joe Malone London online customer care. And so this is December 9th, so a full month after I placed this order originally. She said, "Your experience was shared with me, and I appreciate the opportunity to extend our sincere regrets for what occurred. I am grateful for the chance to further address your concerns and resolve to your full satisfaction. I wish to assure you that we do strive to have ample stock of promotional items to meet promotional demands. However, due to the tremendous response to this promotion, our promotional stock," so I don't know if they had a special stock set aside for the Wild Bluebell cologne or not, but she says, "Our promotional stock of complimentary Wild Bluebell cologne sold out quickly, and before we were able to process your accommodation, our stock was depleted. To correct what has occurred, I would like to offer you a choice of alternative promotional items via SurePost at no additional cost. Once your order has shipped, you will be notified via email with tracking details. If you could please reply with your choice from the items below and confirm your shipping address, I will take care of the rest. Please choose one of the following items." Okay, so the items she offered, and I just kind of assumed that these were the sizes I thought they were. She offered the Poppy and Barley cologne. I think that would have been a 30 ml like this. The Myrrh and Tonka cologne, which I think the smallest size they make in that is a 50 ml. The Orange Blossom body and hand lotion, which I think only comes in one size. Or the Wisteria and Lavender cologne, which I think is or was a limited edition product. And I think that was a 30 ml size as well. I think I might have remembered seeing that in the choices that popped up. I have one screenshot, I think, where I captured the options that were available at some point in time, just if you're curious. But anyway, I actually went in and looked at what the value was. So a 30 ml retails for $72, and it was the Poppy and Barley, which I do like. I actually went and sprayed samples on my different arms and even asked my husband which one he liked. So I was tempted by this one. I actually have another little sample of it here, but I thought it was a fragrance I might get sick of, or it might give me a headache. So this one, the description says, "Iconic, vibrant poppies dancing in color across England's meadows, colorful, cotton soft, inviting." It's a floral. It says the top note is black currant, the heart is poppy, and the base is barley. And it suggests try layering with wood sage and sea salt for a fresher scent, or myrrh and tonka for a warmer scent. And I know scent combinations are kind of a big thing for Jim Malone. In a way, it's kind of like a way for them to sell more product. But anyway, so yeah, $72 for a 30 ml of Poppy and Barley. The 50 ml of the Myrrh and Tonka, which is in their Intense line, retails for $135. The Orange Blossom body and hand lotion is $59 for a 250 milliliter bottle. And I didn't have the value for the Wisteria and Lavender because I don't think it was on the website anymore, but I assume that was probably around $72 for a 30 ml. So I emailed back pretty shortly thereafter, and after again considering do I want to go through this again, and I said, "Would you please send me the Myrrh and Tonka cologne?" Because I figured it's the highest value, and I'd been able to sample it because I had that little one. My husband said he liked it. I thought the Poppy and Barley, which was I guess my second choice, I wasn't sure if I would like it over time, and I thought I was least likely to shell out that type of money for it in the future, so I asked for that one. And of course I get an auto response that just says, "Thank you for your email inquiry. We appreciate your understanding that due to the holiday season, we are experiencing extended delays in replying to email. Your question is important to us, and we wish to address your inquiry and provide resolution as quickly as possible. We kindly ask that you contact us for more timely assistance, either via our 24/7 live chat service," which, as I said before, I think if you just click on the chat function, I'm not sure if that takes you directly to customer service, or via our toll-free number at blah, 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 Monday through Friday, Saturday through Sunday. So yeah, so just an auto reply. So I was like, okay, great. This is going to take another 2 weeks to resolve. So that was December 9th. So I just left everything in the box. I said, okay, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. And December 15th, so I guess 6 days later, I did get a shipping notification. And then December 17th, which is today, I received it. So miracle of miracles. When I was going to return this initially, I was going to wait until they actually refunded me, because if they were going to give me crap about not returning a free item, which I never received, before issuing a refund. I mean, some retailers specify, I think like Ulta, if you get one of those large, like this for example, gifts with purchase, I think they specify, you know, return any gifts with purchase if you return your order. I think Sephora generally is just like keep it. So anyway, but yeah, I received the item today. Same kind of black box as usual. It does come packaged nicely with tissue paper on top. Be very careful here. But I did want to show you that it had the same beige packaging that I got in my first order from them with the candle. So yeah, it says this was a reship, and it describes it as the complimentary myrrh and tonka 50 ml. So more tissue paper, and I don't recall if you check out if it was an option to get gift packaging or not. I mean, this is gift packaging, I guess, as it is, and the candles are wrapped. I guess the only thing would be the like complimentary items. So I don't think this was in gift packaging. But I mean, how many Jo Malone boxes do I really need? But anyway, this came in a very nice box, very cute, very giftable, if that was what I was after. Another black ribbon to add to the pile. And this one, it's kind of loose in the box with some tissue. So there, I don't know if they don't make like, you know, custom inserts like they do for this. So anyway, this is the 50 ml size, as I expected or hoped anyway, of the Myrrh and Tonka and the Cologne Intense. And I haven't actually sprayed anything on myself, as I've been, I know this isn't really how you're supposed to spray fragrance, but I'll go ahead and spray my arm a little. Yeah, so again, this is a really nice scent, and I wouldn't have spent $135 on it. So although I like Jo Malone fragrances, it is nice to kind of get them when there's a deal or a promo. So anyway, so that's the end of my saga, and hopefully this video won't be like an hour long, but I guess I wanted to conclude by saying a couple things. And one is, yes, I realize that there's a global pandemic going on. A lot of people wouldn't be in a position to purchase anything from Jo Malone, so I'm very fortunate in that respect. And yes, with the holidays, of course, they're going to have higher volumes of inquiries and all that sort of thing. I don't want to say if something is too good to be true. It probably is. I did want to show you by way of example. I just got a Sephora order in today, and one of the like normal, I think it's 2 now that you can select, but the normal sample is not like a deluxe one where you have to use a code. But it showed a mini of the Sunday Riley CEO brightening serum. Like, it looked like a little plastic tube with a, you know, a deluxe sample size pretty much. And this is what I got, just your standard packet sample. So if this is what I knew I would be getting, I probably wouldn't have chosen that particular sample. So maybe that's a case of if it's too good to be true, it probably is. I mean, I'm not saying that Jo Malone duped me or like pulled the wool over my eyes. I mean, I was ordering from the website. It wasn't like some weird website that was, I don't know, selling things off the back of a truck or anything like that. I guess you could say, you know, don't count your packages before they arrive, especially in this current climate when, you know, shipping is so backed up. Not that shipping was the issue here, but you know what I mean. I guess my bottom line is that these aren't inexpensive items. And I don't know if you would classify them as luxury, but I think Jo Malone is certainly a higher end brand. And I think I would just expect a higher level of customer service. I think, it's a global brand. I'm sure they could throw the money at upping their customer service game if they wanted to. I think just with the turnaround time and the chats, whoever they're outsourcing it to, it just seemed a little off. I feel like I shouldn't have had to fight and to follow up so much to get something, And of course, it was a free item. It wasn't something I spent money on, but, I only placed the order because of it. And like I said, I was prepared to ship it back because, I could place the same order at like Nordstrom and get points or do whatever. I could get a discount even if it were only 10 or 15% on it somewhere, I'm sure. So I'm not saying I'm canceling Jo Malone. I do enjoy their scents, and I just saw, like, when I was looking at their website earlier to see if any of those Christmas scents were available in full size, like I saw the green almond and red currant, and I was like, ooh, like it definitely kind of interested me. So I'm not saying that I will no longer purchase from Jo Malone, nothing that crazy. I think the next time they do anything like this, where I'm expending a fairly sizable amount of money, especially in a short period on their website, I will probably think twice and do a little bit of soul searching if it's something I'm willing to risk again, basically. So that was my Jo Malone saga, if you will. I did want to show you my sweatshirt, just as a, motto for this video. And I hope all of you who are scrambling to get any holiday gifts at the last minute, I hope you're successful and you're not dealing with any similar customer service nightmares. But more importantly, I hope you guys all stay very safe and healthy throughout the holiday season, and I hope you have a wonderful time with your loved ones. All right, take care.